Hey everybody, welcome back to Hardworking Man. I'm Rachel. Today we're going to be working on, we have a giant pile of splits that need to be resplit today. So Heath's going to be using his tractor and filling our all wood table here as we already have one load full. I'm going to be checking out this, my first time running the Hardworking Man Straight Shot that we had modified our all wood with. So we'll see how that works and if it has the Rachel seal of approval. And there's one thing Heath wants to share with you about our wood bin that he built. He did some modifications to it to try to make it more stable, if that's even needed. So I'll let him show you that here.
So I added these wire, I guess, cables to hold the sides against each other so it doesn't bow out and fall out too much. A lot of people were concerned that the wood, once it gets filled up in here, the sides will collapse. I think with this, it's going to stop it from doing that. I'll put them diagonal here, diagonal there, and it'll hold them against each other. And using this cable with these crimpers, it's just a cutter and a crimper I got off Amazon. It wasn't very expensive, but I've used these cables and stuff for everything from, I guess, supporting these wood bins to hanging lights, string lights, everything. They're very useful to have, and we'll put a link to that in the description. But enough about the wood bin that's getting filled up rather quickly. Let's get Rachel on the all wood. That's what you guys are here for. What?
Finally it is warm. I'm in heaven. Heath is in hell.
Yes, I am sweating like crazy. So we got this at about half throttle right now, and I mean it's still probably is faster than most splitters out there. This thing flies. Get a little bit of this footage and then we're going to throw it on the tripod so that I can be throwing these and keeping this from getting all congested up. All different types. There's cottonwood, there's walnut, there's maple.
Now I noticed when you reach through here, no one yells at you, but they all yell at me. They don't want me to get crushed, they don't care about you.
don't know, this thing is awesome. you're about to see how teaming AllWood up with Eastonmade is even awesomer. There are beetles everywhere that are landing on us. He gets aggressive with that picaroon. I feel in danger sometimes when I'm over on the backside. I told you, aggressive. So you can see there, these pieces still kick off sometimes, but you don't get the ones on the bottom. I better throw this on the tripod and get to clearing this area so we don't congest it like it was when we started.
I feel like something bit.
She thinks the bugs are on her because they are. It bit you? All better.
You see that?
Nice thing, when these pieces are here, you just pull them and the angle angles them right into the log trough. You stuck it too hard. If I wasn't filming, I would have this all cleared already, but now I'm working from behind. And this AllWood and this table and Rachel make wood so fast.
I just love that I can reach all the way to the edge of the table, no problem. Just the perfect size.
Even if I wasn't behind, it's a full-time job just keeping up with this thing. And with that straight shot mod, most of the pieces come right here, which will soon be our conveyor. I'm breathing heavy. Why are you throwing them at me? I got enough going on. Oh, she's giving me a break.
The straight shot really keeps this nice and organized right here.
Yes, it does. It keeps it a lot less congested and cluttered.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, there's a video on it 1 or 2 videos ago. And it's a brand new concept that I just came up with and tried. There will be modifications, improvement by both us and by other channels, I'm sure. I need to do that conveyor. And we're gonna need another bin. Now, if we were just working and not filming, I would leave right now and fill this table again. But I want to show you how we're doing it now. That's so easy. You never let me stop.
Well, why don't you go fill the table up? I'll finish this. Try to get them in that back furthest corner if I can.
Now, once this pile's out of the way, I'll be able to come into this table from the back, which is much easier to dump, but then the table's wider than the grapple. Where here, you gotta be careful, and the grapple's a little wider than the table. So that is why we need this pile out of the way. So you can see how many splits we got. Dump out a bunch of the debris. And with those sides on, it'll hold these pieces better. But I'm in the middle of another project right now, so I have them off. But once I can come in square to this table, and I still got some debris. I'm gonna dump a little bit more of that, I think.
You got a lot of mud.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I scooped a bit too deep on that, but with the table, it still doesn't really matter. This is why I'm putting stone in the wood yard. All right, so with these splits down in our loose soil, we got more of that. It's root-based soil, that's why it didn't dump out, and that is why we're in the middle of redoing the wood yard. This table will be able to just pull these rounds down. This will settle to the bottom, and anything we pull off actually goes right onto the log lift and shoots down underneath it. So some falls through, some comes down, but it all gets sorted out eventually. You can see that is way easier than hand bombing every single piece up here.
Yeah.
And then when you get a piece that doesn't need to be resplit, we'll just toss it straight into the bin. Got her running nice and slow now. We'll turn it up at the end, the last couple of this table, just to show you what this All Wood Musclewood can do. It's got the spin around 4 and 6 way for these resplits. We're just keeping it on the 4 way. See, that system doesn't eliminate every single one, but man, does it make it so much straighter and way fewer pieces that don't go through the wedge square. We'll see what Rachel thinks at the end of this, if it has her seal of approval. Getting some sun on her. Split that. She just split a nugget that was boiler wood. Just throw those off to the side.
I wanted to. A lot of scraps. I'm going to throw this off to the side.
Yeah, all that. I should have the bin over here, but that's just junk. Beetles. Dirt. Rachel's dirty. don't matter. If it's heavy wood, hardwood, re-split it. If it's light, like cottonwood, just send it. Of dirt from my bad scoop on a uneven root dirt mess. This is all part of the process coming together. Let's turn this thing up for these last couple. I'm trying to get them shots. So all that debris, when it pulls, you just shove it down the slide. Or all over you. Rachel likes getting messy. Look at the splitter, it just don't care, man. It just flies. I mean, I know these are re-splits, but it don't matter what you put in it. It's the same speed, empty, full, unless you got a nasty, knotty piece. That's how fast it goes with everything. About 3 seconds.
Irritating.
It just pushes it into a pile. All that nasty debris. Let me just throw a few of these. We'll have to sweep that off. That's an abnormally terrible scoop. So brush this down and push it down the slide. A lot of offcuts in this one. All right, we'll just finish these and see what Rachel thinks of this hardworking man straight shot. That'll be the last one.
You're getting sunburnt?
Yeah, I can feel it. All right, girl, what'd you think of the straight shot mod?
I think it did a fabulous job. It did exactly what you intended it to do. Like, it just kept it all in a nice, neat little area. A lot of times it just shoots out everywhere and it's like you don't know where the wood's going. But for like you to be taking it as it's splitting, it's way easier.
Way easier. And once our conveyor's done, which I think I have almost all the pieces, and we're going to try to mount that here in the next couple days.
Yeah, well, good job.
Thank you.
It's a good mod. Honey, these are like turned off. I couldn't hear you at all.
We'll just take it out.
Huh?
Just take it out!
I'm not, don't shout at me now, they're on. Well, so, oh, these bugs, I swear, if they land in my hair, I am screaming. We've got more added to the wood bin. We've got some of that pile taken care of. I wasn't too happy with that nasty, dirty load you gave me at the end, Heath. But this process it's coming together. We're gonna have like one of the fastest systems out there, I think. So good job, Heath. And thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hardworking Man. Bye, guys.